All right, here we are in the engine bay. Let's see what we have here. We discussed our leaks already, as you know, with the valve covers and et cetera, everything we were able to see from the bottom.
I believe you guys were seeing something.
We were discussing this when Kyle was here this morning. Ugh. Hoses, definitely do radiator hoses. Sure.
Definitely see the valve cover's leaking for a while.
Oh yeah, yeah. Belts. We have already had a conversation about doing the belts. They're done. It does have a new-ish fan clutch, and the radiator itself looks new or fresh as well. Fresh-ish, we'll say. Plug wires. You know, the spark plugs. They've got rust on them. They've been in there a while, it looks like. Can you get down there and see them? See the or there? It's a little rusty. They've been in there for a while. Ooh, look at you getting in there. They've definitely been in there for a bit. Let's go ahead. Ooh, rattle cans. The hose. Yeah. Okay, so I'll pull the air cleaner. See what we have in a land of carburetor, which you can tell is leaking because look at the staining from fuel leaking out on the manifold in itself. Oh. Here, grab that. There you go. Pull that air cleaner off. Thank you. All right. Little 2-barrel of fun. Okay, we got our EGR off, which is fine. I'm not gonna complain about that. Just standard stock HEI. It does have this vacuum tube's cracked. Oof, yeah, they're all kind of cracked. So probably replace vacuum lines, but this carburetor, wow, look at that. Yeah. Definitely could use some TLC,
love.
little rebuild reseal, because that's leaking fuel and that's going all over the manifold. All right, it's got a little vacuum reservoir there. Nothing too far out of ordinary. Cal did mention his AC didn't work. Well, that's because the belt is
non-existent.
Yeah, because we saw it go. We basically pulled it out. Scotty and I did.
Then hand it to me. I'm like, where'd that come from?
So, hey, look. So, basically, if it's a rubber hose in here, we're probably going to recommend replacing it. And then just do our general plugs, wires, cap, rotor, tune-up. But other than that, we're looking halfway decent, at least on this side. I want to go over there. I want to check my brake booster and master. Make sure nothing is leaking there. Oh! And then we'll have a little discussion about the interior, because we actually talked with Kyle about some interior concerns today when he was here. So let's put this guy back. We'll just set him on there for right now. We'll deal with him in a minute. Okay. So, you can see at some point someone replaced this master, because see how it's rusty versus not?
Mm-hmm.
That means the old master was probably leaking brake fluid. So they just cleaned it and put just a master
Instead
of replacing the booster and the master, which we don't do that around here. But if it's working fine, which we'll see on a test drive, we haven't had a chance to test drive the car yet, which I'll probably do that tomorrow at some point, just for S&Gs and notes. If it seems to be working fine, then great, leave it be. If it feels funky, we know that we need to do some further
investigation.
Further action investigation. Now, this car, it was a smog car from the factory. There's a charcoal canister, all that. EGR is blocked off. It's registered in a state that doesn't have emissions, and it doesn't have a TCAT. So, yeah. Kyle, if you want to get rid of all this stuff or take it out, you can, or just put it leave it hooked up or make it just appear functional, that's totally up to you, man. Oh my God.
Is that touching the AC?
Yep, because I saw this green down here. See that?
Yep.
The compressor
Has been running.
Mm-hmm. It's not all the way through the hose yet, but it's definitely enough to leak. Here, let me get out of your way. I apologize.
Oh, you're good. Yep.
It's been leaking. So, I'm going to reiterate the hoses.
Definitely the hoses.
Yeah. A lot of little things, but
He drove it here.
we've seen a lot worse. A lot worse. This is not bad at all.
Have we seen worse that drove here?
Oh, yeah. And we've seen things that look like a 100-point car on the outside, and it's like a 3 in here. Everything on this is fairly consistent. This car's it's structurally sound for the most part. I mean, I don't see anything.
I mean, it's what? How old now?
It's older than us.
So,
Not by much.
the rubbers are definitely worn out. That's probably how we were conceived, huh?
Worn out rubber. Probably. Anyway, there's other things we gotta check. We'll do a little electrical stuff tomorrow. Let's discuss the interior things that Kyle got with Scotty and I on. We do have a little checklist. One being our seat is, oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scotty knows how to rebuild all that stuff. He actually already has the part numbers, so we got that. We're cool. The seat belt doesn't want to retract on the passenger side. Don't worry, Scotty's got that. We've already discussed that.
The blower switch.
Yeah, working intermittently. Cool, we need to look at that, but also we need to make sure everything up there is functional too, because that's electrical and that's going to be a little diag time. Other than that, there's nothing really much to complain about or anything. I think we're pretty good. Obviously, we're going to need things like wiper blades and general rubber, but I don't think we need anything of, I don't think we need to like pull cylinder heads off or anything like that. I mean, if he really wants to stop all the leaks, I'd say maybe take the motor out and reseal it and put it back together, but I don't think it's that necessary. We can discuss either or. But overall, it's pretty good. It's just every rubber component is due. So it's time to replace everything with rubber. There's some body stuff, but that's a Scotty department thing. So we're not even gonna get to that right now. This is just mechanical and safety inspection, and there you have it.